And now, ladies and gentlemen, your favorite way to learn about the latest gaming news, it's the SAMTIME News! Guess I could have the chicken. And it's game time. Hello and welcome to the SAMTIME News, where you get the latest and greatest news on video games. I'm your host Sam Tucker, aka SAMTIME. Let's get into some stories. Turns out a game coming out, this is with Sony Online Entertainment, SOE, with their game EverQuest 2, an MMO, which actually uses your webcam to track your face and then puts what's on your real face onto the avatar face of your character in the game. So you could have a little gnome, or you could have a little dwarf in the game, and then you can make a face like, and your little character in the game will actually track your face and it'll do that. That's pretty nifty. And another cool thing is that it actually tracks your mouth when you're talking. So when you open your mouth and you talk, so does your little character. It's similar to if you've seen that South Park episode where the guys are in World of Warcraft and Carmen's like, "Hey, you guys, I'm a fighter, I'm a guy, I'm a fighter." And the little mouth moves with the episode. It's just like that. It's going to be cool. And this is just the start of this sort of stuff. It's like in beta phase now. I think they're going to show more on E3. But this is the cool kind of stuff that happens with next-gen consoles. Oh, no, what am I saying? Next-gen consoles. This sort of evolution of video game things that happens. It's like, that's what I meant to liken it to. The Kinect. The Kinect tracks your face and does stuff too. So maybe that'll be implemented in the Xbox 360. But right now, Sony has this. Sony, different to Microsoft. Yada, yada, yada. Sony have this working with a webcam, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now, the developers of Bulletstorm, known as People Can Fly, they're going to be involved in the new Gears of War game. If you've played Bulletstorm, that's a pretty cool first-person shooter. This is the difference here. Bulletstorm was first-person shooting, and Gears of War is third-person shooting, where you're outside the body looking down on the dude. So, I'm hoping that Gears of War the next one doesn't become a first-person shooter, because we have enough of them, and it's kind of cool in Gears of War, where you're this big, fat, chunky dude, blah, 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 on the enemies with the bad guy and the aliens, and you can see him outside, and you're looking down on him, and he's throwing grenades, rather than being in the person, because Call of Duty already do that, and there only needs to be one first-person shooter, really, and that's Call of Duty. Flame on, flame on. Anyway, this was confirmed in a tweet by Mike Capps, who is the president of the Gears studio Epic Games, and Epic Games owns People Can Fly, who did Bulletstorm, so he's confirming their involvement, so maybe they'll do the whole thing. I don't know. They're just saying involvement. They could have a little minor involvement, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be doing something big. Now, Bulletstorm was, of course, a little bit controversial with some of its comments. With the I think it had the F word and the S word and a whole bunch of other words, the D word, all these 4-letter words. So I wonder if the next Gears of War will be a bit more racy or controversial. I don't know. We'll find out. See what they have in store for us. This isn't totally gaming related, but it turns out that you could be in the Steve Jobs movie that's coming out. They're making a biopic, which is a biography film, flick, and it's going to star Ashton Kutcher, which kind of makes sense. He has the long hair and the beard, so it's going to make sense with Steve Jobs when he's in the 70s or whatever time, making his computers with Steve Wozniak being all hip in university. I don't know if he'll still be old Jobs. I guess he'll have to be old Jobs. They'd have to old make-upify Ashton Kutcher. That could work. How is Ashton Kutcher going in The Big Bang Theory? I don't watch it. I stopped watching it since probably the first season, because it's just the same recycled jokes over and over, and it's a pretty lame show. But then they got Ashton Kutcher in, and it doesn't seem like the show could continue to make sense with that young person in, and then they killed Charlie, and there's all debacle there. I don't know if the show's any good anymore. Maybe that's why he's doing the flick, because the show is getting the flick. Or maybe he's still doing pretty good. The show, the movie, the biopic for Steve Jobs, the extra, where you could be an extra in the flick, this was advertised in Craigslist. Now, Craigslist is an American thing, where this American guy called Craig, he has a list, and people keep writing on his list, and he doesn't like it. He gets annoyed that people keep writing on his list, because it's his list, get away from my list! But people keep writing down, they keep selling things, and one thing they can advertise is, of course, the extra job which you could have, which, for minimum wage, if you have a 70s kind of look, long hair, bell bottoms, big lapels, And also it's a bonus if you have a 70s car, then you fit in the job, you could have minimum wage. You might even see Ashton Kutcher. But you've got to be quick because it is for June 4th to the 8th in Silicon Valley in Palo Alto. So you've got to get there down there pretty quick because that's just in a couple of days, man. What are you doing here? Minecraft. Remember last week where I broke the news that Minecraft was second place on Xbox Live. People playing Minecraft, the second most favorite game played on Xbox Live. It turns out that before they were just ahead of Call of Duty Black Ops, but now they're ahead of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Minecraft has taken the top spot on Xbox Live. Now, mind you, this isn't people just playing Minecraft online. This is people who are playing Minecraft maybe in the single player or co-op, but they're connected to the internet at the time, connected to Xbox Live. That's how they track this thing. So, Minecraft is the first game in ages that's actually been able to take the top spot over an Activision Call of Duty game. Well done, Minecraft. Looks like you've had a bit of a secondary boosh since your first boosh when you came out on the PC. Now that you're on the consoles, people are getting a second taste and I love it. Metal Gear Rising demo. Now this will come in the spring, which is autumn for us Aussies. This is spring America, autumn Australia. This year, and it'll ship with a game called Zone of the Enders. If you're a bit lame, you've probably heard of this game. Something to do with anime robots flying around going beep, 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 beep. Really lame. I don't know why they even bother with that one. But the big news is that Metal Gear Rising is coming out this autumn. So you get to play Metal Gear Rising, or the demo at least. And is that move enabled with the move? Because that'd be pretty cool, because you play as Raiden, not as Snake, as the main dude. Raiden being, he used to be crap in Metal Gear Solid 2 when he was just this wimpy blonde, I'm a little idiot. And he became a cool ninja guy in Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots. And so now you get to play as that cool ninja guy, and you have his cool ninja sword. And if you get to use the move to chop people into pieces, that'll be the greatest thing ever. I'm looking forward to that. What is with this paper? Some douche put 003 on a tablet. And our last final bit of news, George Lucas is retiring. Although he has kind of been retired for a while. Has he made anything good since the Star Wars trilogy and the second trilogy and the Indiana Jones trilogy? Or is that up to 4? The last one was pretty crap. He's now retiring. The quote goes, I'm moving away from the company. I suppose that's LucasArts. I'm moving away from all my businesses. I'm finishing all my obligations and I'm going to retire to my garage with my saw and hammer and build hobby movies. He's going to use his hammer and saw to make movies. He's making a little joke. It's like a hobby movie where he's making something, but he's making a movie. I've always wanted to make movies that were more experimental in nature and not have to worry about them showing in movie theaters. So he's going to get a little more experimental, a little more, maybe something that would show on SBS, something, je ne sais quoi. It's actually je ne sais pas, if you're speaking French. I don't know je ne sais pas, I don't know what je ne sais quoi is. I don't know what. Anyway, he's going to make something interesting, I guess. He has a lot of free time. He might even star in some of these. So you get to see good old Lucas with his kind of no chin, full neck, beardy thing, and his silver hair. So that's all the news we have for you today. E3 coming up next week. This is going to be exciting. There may even be, fingers crossed, a midweek SAMTIME news show to cover all the things that are happening in E3, or to cover what's happened so far. Woo. So look forward to that. We're going to end on a little quote of the day. If you'd like your quote of the day to be read in the next show, please leave your quote of the day in the comments. Also, like this video if you liked it and you get more of this video, more content and everything will get good. Or if you have a positive or negative comment, leave it in the comments as well. But now for the quote of the day, there's an internet meme that I saw with a picture of Elvis, and he's singing a little something, you ain't nothing but a do. And that's how it goes. That's pretty good. Lame quote of the day for today. But if you have a better one than that, leave it in the comments and it could be read out. That's all we have time for today, people. I'm SAMTIME, signing off. Bye. Subscribe today.